Okay, well, yeah, we're that time of year. It's we're getting close to being able to play, and so we want to go over some of the changes that we've had in our program. We've got first of all, we have a very good group of guys coming back. A nice group of guys. We've got, I think, 3 of our top 4 scorers back. We've got our top rebounders back. So we're real excited about that. You know, we have, I guess it starts at the top with Eric Thompson, who received the conference's preseason Conference Player of the Year vote. It'd be nice if he could receive the end of the year one as well. Eric obviously is a very key part to our success. He's going to be one of the leading scorers, one of the leading rebounders in our league. You know, he's 6'7", 245, and he's a man. Shooting the ball better, and I think probably the biggest thing about Eric right now is that he's got a much better understanding, much more calm about the game. Having been out of it for 4 or 5 years going into last year, it took almost a full year for him to feel comfortable with playing it within a system again. So he's much more comfortable, and probably not great news for the Cascade Conference because he's quite a bit better than he was last year. We also return Jeff Bush, who started at the point guard position for us for about a year and a half. He's also gotten much better. He's a bigger, stronger version of himself now, and he's much more confident, which happens with kids as they get a little bit older. Jeff will be our leader. He's one of our team captains, leading us out on the floor all the time from the point guard position. He'll get a chance to do some things that he didn't do so much in the last couple of years. We're going to get him down the post a little bit more and take advantage of his size. But Jeff is really improved, and he's knocking down shots much better than he did last year. We also have Kyle Tedder back, who's been one of our top 2 scorers in the last couple of years. And Kyle's also gotten bigger and stronger, and we're looking for big things from him. He's probably the most versatile of our guys in terms of being able to get to the basket, shooting the 3, and someone that can really get hot. And when he does, he can carry a team for a while. So we're excited about him. Terrell Thomas would be the other returner that has played big minutes for us. Terrell's one of the top rebounders in the league. He's our kind of energy guy, and right now we have him tabbed as being our 6th man because we feel very strongly about having somebody come off the bench that's going to deliver a whole bunch of energy and also can score some for us. So we're excited about Terrell, and he's stronger than he's been in the past, and I think he's playing a little bit better offensively. He also last year was coming off of a knee surgery. Generally it takes over a year for you to get back to kind of normal. So those are some of the returners. Some of the new guys, probably the key new guy is David Sterner, who's a transfer from Oregon State. David's somewhere between 6'8" and 6'9", but was a 3-man at Oregon State. For us, he'll be playing 3, 4, and 5. Obviously with his size, he can do that in our league. David's got guard skills. He can pass the ball from the outside. He handles the ball very well, and he shoots the 3 very well, which plays into what we're doing this year quite a bit more. All of our bigs can shoot it. David will be, I think he'll be one of those guys that'll, similar to what Jordan Highland had been the last couple of years. He's going to have numbers in every stat column. He's going to help us in a lot of different ways, and he's a wonderful teammate. So we're really excited about him. And then we have 2 Australian kids that are both going to see playing time for us. That are both freshmen. They're 18-year-old freshmen. One's a 6'7", 6'8" kid, Jordan West, who will be one of our backup posts. Jordan can also shoot the ball very well. He's a big, strong guy. He runs the floor well. So we're excited about his future. Joel Spear is a 6'3" point guard from Australia that we really like his approach to the game and his understanding of the game. He'll need to get, before he's going to be a starter for us at any time in the future, he's going to have to get a little stronger. But he's so calm. He's had a lot of international experience, and I think that's helped him, and he's not really scared by anything, and he's just really calm on the floor, and he's a true point guard. He's always looking to get his teammates a shot first. So those are some of our newcomers. We're picked fourth in the league, which based on how we finished last year and what we returned is probably a pretty fair assessment of where we're at. We're also for the first time in 6 years we're ranked 23rd in the country, which means very little on the face of it because nobody played any games yet when that got picked. But what it does say is that we've made some progress in rebuilding this thing over the last couple of years, and I think people are aware that we're on an upward swing as opposed to a downward one. And now it's up to our guys to get out there and prove that. We've got I think a very challenging preseason schedule before we get to conference. We will play 2 top 15 teams when we go down to Florida in a couple of weeks. We'll play Davenport University, who finished 3rd in the country last year, and Embry-Riddle, which is a perennial power in the southeast. So we'll play those 2. Then we'll play a school that most people are a little bit familiar with over the hill. We'll play Oregon Tech at home in a non-conference game, the first half of home and home that we've got with them for non-league games over the next couple of years. And obviously they're picked. I think they're number 2 in the country. So that'll give us a 3rd really good non-conference game. And then we also play Lewis and Clark State, who's one of the better teams in NAIA Division I. We're going to start off the season with a trip down to the Bay Area to 2 teams that I think they look on film anyway. They look quite a bit improved over the last couple of years. A couple very athletic teams, Pacific Union in Angwin, California, and then we'll play Menlo in Menlo Park, California. Both are members of the CalPAC, and both have very tough places to play. So while they're probably neither team is as talented as those other ranked teams that we're going to be playing, the environment that we're going to play in is going to be very, very challenging. And they're also 2 teams that are, it looks to me, at least from the early films that we've gotten, that they're 2 teams that are on the rise. So we'll have challenges all over the place, and we get to start finding out if we're going to accept those challenges on Friday at 1 o'clock at Pacific Union. And our first home games will be the Oregon Tech game. That's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And then we'll have a Thanksgiving tournament, our flagship tournament that we have every year before we kick off conference play the last weekend of November, early days of December. So we're really excited. We've got a tremendous group of young men, and they've been working hard. They get along. They like each other. I think they like their coaches, or at least they're listening a little bit. So I think it should be a fun year. See if we can continue to climb.